Hey guys, Dara TC coming to you with another video, and this is going to be my Rebecca gameplay video. Showing you guys my deck list that I use, and it's the same as the one that I posted. The only difference that you guys will see here is that I went ahead and removed the red rock for a third 10-drop Kuzan, just because the 10-drop Kuzan has a lot of value in the deck, and I like it for a lot of the matchups. So I went ahead and bumped it up to 3, see how it does. Other than that, like I mentioned in the earlier video, I did not remove it Subway So Human Life for the Gum Gum King Kong yet. But probably after this video, I'll go ahead and remove this card for Gum Gum King Kong. Like I said before, you want to keep this card if you're playing against a lot of Whitebeards, but I haven't seen any that much, so that's the reason I'm gonna sub it out. So other than that, let's go ahead and start the first gameplay. So the first gameplay is against Enel. Went ahead and went second, and now went first. And immediately what you want to do is activate Rebecca's ability basically every turn you can, or try to make it happen. From there I picked the stadium card, play the stadium, so it allows me to then, when I counter out here, when he attacks, I'm able to use one card from hand, and then able to use Rebecca's ability next turn. Here you play the dog. You want to clear board as much as possible right away. I went ahead and played Kobe. Discard Hina to clear, and then Rebecca's ability. The cards you always want to put in the grave, like same thing as Sakazuki, is Hina, so you can combo with it later. Sometimes I like to keep one Hina in hand, because then you can, at your 6th on turn, play Hina, and then play a card that will pop, like Kirus, etc., etc. Another thing now that you want to do is remember that you want to go down to 3 life. Not as soon as you can, but pretty soon before you're on your 8th on turn, so you can play 2 Orlumbuses. So that's the reason I took that hit there instead of carrying out with a 2K. But then here he went ahead and played wide. So now I have to clear this board. Unfortunately, I do not have anything that will clear both cards, but I do have the one-legged soldier plus a Kirus, which is very important. So the one-legged soldier, deploy him, activate his effect to -3 cost to a character, -2 to a 4 cost. Play Kirus. Kirus pops up 1 cost or less, so you're popping that guy. And then allows you to then activate Rebecca's ability to then grab a Rebecca blocker to your hand, allowing us to have a blocker, another way to recur our Kobe or our Kirus if they do go to the trash. I was going to swing with Kobe here just so then he can just bait to attack Kobe. So that's the reason you see this me thinking, but I was like, there's no point. I'd rather just use Kobe to attack the Ohm the dog when he attacks with him next turn. On the 7th on turn, I expect him to play Enel, so he's gonna swing with 5 and then 5 is the way I was thinking. I'm gonna go ahead and counter the first 5 before he attacks with the dog. But if he does not have Enel, he'll use the Big Mom, and there's the Big Mom. So I'm always, when they use Big Mom against Rebecca, you want to give them a life, because it doesn't matter how much life they have, that's how you win. And he did not attack with a dog. Very smart choice, so less pressure against me. So unfortunately, now I have to play something weird. I really want to play my Orlumbus here, just because then I can activate Orlumbus effect on Kirus to lower the Big Mom and then play the 10-drop. Unfortunately, this is Sim and not like real life, where I'm able to actually see my cards. And this is the problem I have with Sim, is looking at my trash with Rebecca, because there could be a lot of cards in trash, and it's very important to know what's in your trash. So then you can activate the 4-drop Rebecca. But looking back here now, knowing that, so the thing is why you want to be at 3 life, I don't know if I finished the sentence earlier, is that you have to worry about Gedatsu, right? Gedatsu is a 5 cost character that is able to pop depending on your life, and a Yamato, right? So here I should have expected that he'll either have Yamato or Gedatsu to pop my Orlumbus, but in that case I'll just play the 10-drop next turn. So I went ahead and play Orlumbus into Rebecca. If he doesn't have Gedatsu or Yamato, then I should be sitting pretty by killing the 7-drop with the 10-drop next turn. But if he does, then that's a bad tempo swing. So really the safest play in real life should have been the Sabo. You play Sabo, draw 2 cards, discard 2, and then protect your field. and then play the man Sherry and activate Rebecca's effect. So then you stay at 5 to 6 cards in hand, and then play the 10 drop next turn. But I did not. I went ahead and did that. This play. So it puts me at 4 cards in hand. It does still, I mean, it's still okay. It's technically not like a big misplay, but I did not play efficient there because the Bartolomeo was a bait, and then I want him to swing with the dog here, so I can clear the dog and then clear the 5 drop with the 10 drop and then block the 7 drop. But I think here he just swings with the dog, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Yep. So he swings with 7K. I should take this hit and keep my blocker for next turn. I get it's a waste of a human life. And I think he just passes here. If he did swing with the big mom, I would just block with Rebecca here. But I think he just doesn't want me to clear it. I think he just wants to go wide, which it is a strategy against Rebecca. I understand, but I would have swung. Here I'm just swinging 5K, make him waste a card or let me clear, and then just 10 drop here. Playing a 10 drop with a blocker active, it's basically a win scenario for Rebecca. This is what you want to be. Here he has 2 options: either just go for face and pray that he can get me down to 0 life and still have something on the board, or try to use other big moms or the Yamato to start going wide. I think here he did a misplay. I think he thought he can rest my Rebecca here by using that event card, but it did not work. So then he goes ahead and just go for Kobe because now he knows he can't win. Sorry, not Kobe. He went for Kirus. I think he should have still went for life. I would have probably took 2, maybe just 1 life here because I would have blocked with Rebecca for the big mom, and then let the other 2 go through, be at 1 life, and then clear board. But he just wants to, I guess, since he made that misplay, went ahead and he just wanted to clear something on my board. Since he wanted to probably just kill my Rebecca with the Ohm and then hit me with 2 life. He plays Shirahoshi, draw 3, discard 2. He discarded Enel because most likely now it's useless. I'm hoping he did not have that in hand because that would have been the better play for him. So here, all I'm gonna do is just clear the whole board. So I'm gonna swing with life because remember it's a waste of human life that returns to 3 costs or less to the bottom of the owner's deck. So when I do swing a life, I want him to hit triggers, discard a card, and play it. Then I'm gonna play it wasn't a waste of human life and return everything. Unfortunately, there was no triggers, so I'm gonna go ahead and just play it anyways to clear the whole board. And then that still lets me activate Rebecca's ability, giving me 7 cards in hand. With a blocker, I'm going to get Bastardo here just because I have the 10 drop and I can just clear anything he plays. And yeah, that's basically game here. I mean, you're going to see me just slowly clear the board. I have the Sabos ready to go once I'm at 0 life. Which you kind of, it's going to happen when you play against yellow. Once you're at 0 life, you're just going to have to spam the Sabos. But as you can see, the whole point here is just clear until you get your 10 drop. And then once you get your 10 drop, continue to clear and then keep Sabos in your hand. Or sometimes play 1 Sabo at, earlier if you want to, but keep most of the Sabos towards the end. Because then he can't Thunderbolt you and he can't use that new event card that rests of 4 costs or less, plus giving him 3,000 power. Because Sabo just clears both of that. And then all you have to do is continue to play Sabo, and then with the extra other 5 cards, you went ahead and just clear a board. Like for example, here when he swings for 7, I will most likely take it, keep the Rebecca alive. Because the backup plan, if you don't have Sabos, is to just have 3 blockers out. So since I took it, it's 3 swords. I'm going to go ahead and return the dog, because the next turn I can clear that guy with either Bastardo, or if he plays something else, I can go ahead and Man Sherry grab Lucy clear both fields, and then I still have enough to play another blocker out. So then he did play, like expected, play another body out, trying to go wide. Man Sherry, remember Man Sherry's effect, rest, return 2 cards. Now another bad thing about the sim is, like I said, it's very important to know what you return. And I just do better in real life to know what the bottom cards are. and have it memorized, because you are going to see it, especially when you go grind the match against yellow. So it's very important to know what to return. I usually return cards that I'm going to use. So I usually try to return always a Sabo, always a 7-drop Luffy. Event cards, I'd like to leave one Sabo in the trash and one Luffy in the trash because I can grab those with the other Rebecca. And then I grab the 2K counters or sometimes Bartolomeo, but leaving one. Here, you want to swing to life slowly. Don't let them hit too many triggers. And what I mean by that is that when you swing, you want to make sure you're able to clear whatever trigger he comes out, or if the trigger won't kill you. So in this case, no trigger, but if there was a trigger, I would have bastardoed it. But since nothing came out, I went ahead and activated Rebecca's effect to stay at 7 cards in hand. Oh, I'm at 6 now. I think I'm at 6. And also play Ogre just to make sure no cheese will happen, since you basically we have the game here. So here you're gonna see something cool I'm gonna do when it comes back to my turn. But he swings with another 7-drop. He swings twice. You're gonna go ahead and block twice, because you don't. If you don't have to go 0 life, then don't. Just in case if some cheese happens. So I went ahead and blocked them twice. Sorry, I skipped that. From there, I'm just gonna go ahead and swing at the Enel, making him use the effect, so then I can bastardo it. Since it's only at 2 cost because of your 10-drop Kuzan. But he go ahead and counter everything. So now what you can do, there's always a way you can combo once you have a nice trash, which I do. I have Kiru's in the trash. I don't have Kobe, unfortunately, so it makes it a little bit harder. But if I did have Kobe, it would have been Rebecca to Kobe pop, and then to a Bastardo. But because I don't, I noticed I have Kiru's in the trash, and I have Hina in the hand. So what I can do is I can play Rebecca, grab Kiru's, play Hina, make it down to a wild cost, and then play Kiru's. Kiru's will pop a 1 cost, which will be Enel. Enel will use his ability, making him to lose a life. And then I'll swing 7, and then if he still has a counter, then he'll have no cards in hand. And then next turn when he swings out, he'll have no cards to protect the Enel. And then I'll have enough to counter. And I do have a blocker with the Rebecca. So that was the idea here. So you have amazing combos you can do late game. And it's all because of the 10-drop Kuzan here. So here you go. Pop the Enel. There, he's going to save the Enel. Put 2 downs on the Kiru's because of the stage card. And swing 7 to the Enel. Boom, boom. And that should be game. Yep, he went ahead and concedes because there's really nothing they can do. This is just one of the examples what you can do against yellow. So since that was quick, let's go ahead and do another match. This is going to be against Red Purple Law. Since Red Purple Law is still relevant, it does very well against yellow. But against Rebecca and Sakazuki, it does not do well. The recommendation I have with Rebecca, specifically against Red Purple Luffy, sorry I said Luffy, didn't I? Red Purple Law, is you want to go first. So go first, always activate Rebecca's ability like I mentioned. Here, you go ahead and try to get the stage card as soon as you can. So there's a stage card. Stage card is important against Red Purple Law because you're going to use Luffy to basically win you the game. And then you control throughout until you can get your Luffy's out. So stage card allows you to go 6 cards in hand. Then you activate Rebecca's ability, and now you are sitting pretty at 7 cards in hand. So here you want to go ahead and do a 2K counter. Another thing with Red Purple Law, you really don't want to take free hits. So anything less than 7, you want to counter. You always want to clear board, so I'm going to clear right here. He decides not to use the effect against Rebecca. He wants to have at least more life. I mean, more down, so you can go a little bit wider against me, which is understandable since I'm not poking. You go ahead and goes to 5, activates ability, plays out the amazing kid. That's the reason he didn't use the ability right away. I'm going to have to take this hit. I got a Kiru's. Now what I want to see, drops Rebecca, builds, I think, Shashi, whatever his name is. And then I draw the Hina. So Hina, here you go. Go ahead and play it for 3. Drop the kid down to 1. and then you play Kirus. Definitely love doing that. And then that only puts me at 7 cards in hand still. Yep, 7 cards in hand, so I can't activate Rebecca's ability, unfortunately, and I'll have to pass turn, which is still fine because then next turn I can play the Luffy and then just start clearing board. So then he goes ahead and plays the Searcher Law for 3. He should swing here for 7/7 unless he wants to play Queen. So let's see what he's gonna play here. He's taking forever to think about it. Alright, I guess I'll just mention other stuff that you want to do against Red Purple Law. The other thing you want to do Red Purple Law is, even though, oh, there you go, he plays another Searcher Law. Not too bad actually, because then he can do a double search next turn once he activates his ability. But he has to lower cost somehow, right? Because I think it's 3k or less he can return. Oh, there we go, Fire Fist. Return to Kirus, definitely the prime target. Now he plays Beppo. Homeboy has a huge board. 5k swings, we do not allow that, guys. We go ahead and do a 1k counter. And then we're going to go ahead and do another 1k counter. Here you have an option between our Lumbus or Rebecca. I think the best choice, I'm here looking which one I should do. I'm like, oh man, 3 Lumbus already in the trash. Definitely a hard choice. I'm pretty sure I'm still going to pick the Orlumbus to go down. Nope, I picked Rebecca. Just because there was 3 Orlumbuses in the trash. Here I saw, I see it. It's a waste of human life. I'm like, oh man, I really want to use this card. And I'm pretty sure I do. I mean, I think I don't. Oh, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna do Luffy? Yeah, I'm gonna do Luffy. Yeah, I think if he countered out of the Shashi, I probably would have done it. Or if I had the 10-drop Kuzan out. So I see that I have the 10-drop Kuzan. I'm going to go ahead and just clear both boards here. Technically here I should, I'm going to do the laws because I don't want him to grab more cards in hand. Since he's almost out of fuel, you know. Here I'm definitely going to return my event cards, my Sabo, my 10-drop, my Rebecca, and the Orlumbus. Try and keep the Bartholomew there because it's a 3-drop that I can grab. And that's the main thing. Everything else is kind of irrelevant. So now that I cleared those 2 cards out, I don't have to really worry about. Once he vomits his cards, what I mean by vomit, just play all his cards from his hand to the field. I just have to clear it one more time, and that's basically game. But yeah, that's basically what you want to do. He's gonna go ahead and clear the Luffy. Definitely a good hit. Best thing for me would be if I see another Luffy, because then I can clear everything. He wants to clear Mahina, so I don't have to clear them. So I don't clear him back. Very understandable. And then we shouldn't take this hit. There's no reason to. Just because according to with my hand, I basically win the game here. There we go. Yep, choose our Lumbus this time. So we go ahead and drew the Luffy, unfortunately for this Lao player. So once he sees this Luffy, he should concede because there's really nothing he can do. Let me see. I played Kirus just to swing 5. And then he has no cards in hand, so it doesn't matter. And then I play Luffy to clear the last 2, and then he should concede. So that's game, guys. Hopefully you guys learn from the tips here. There's definitely way more tips to go through, but it all depends on the variable the matches. So if you guys want me to do more of these to learn more, definitely let me know. If not, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.